What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Trent Alexander-Arnold, the right back that has been taking the Prem by storm with that Champions League goal, or at least an assist that was incredible. But Trent managed to get him untradeable in a two-player pack, and by God, what a card he actually is. Currently, price-wise, he's sitting at around about 30k on the Xbox and 27-ish on the PlayStation. So, to be honest, as right back goes, and as how expensive players are at the minute, that for me is a reasonable price for what this card actually is. Yes, he is an 83, which means he is the lowest of the board that you can get. So if you do manage to pack this guy very, very soon, you'll get him for a very, very nice price. Pace-wise, 80. Passing 82, defending 78, as well as dribbling, and 70 physical. Yeah, it may look bang average stats, but to be honest, some of the really important stats in this card are what make it, basically. Sprint speed is 81, decent enough. Stamina is 83. You've got 88 crossing, just in case you wanted to use him as a right wing back. 82 reactions with ball control as well. 75 composure is a little bit of a low one. 83 standing tackle with 79 sliding tackle, which for an 83 I'm quite happy with. Overall, especially with what chem style I personally put on him, I had an anchor on him, if anything. That gave him 85 pace, 87 defending, and 75 physical. It bumps up his standing tackle to 93 and his sliding tackle to 89, but also then gets his aggression up to 83, his interceptions up to 84, and his defensive awareness up to 86. So for me, that then turns into a very, very usable card. As you'll see on the screen now, my positives and negatives. Passing, pace, and great standing tackle are my positives for this card. The main negative as well, the low strength, that is one of them, but it is just the fact that he is only an 83 rated. When we see the inform Trent, the promo Trent, the team of the year or team of the season, that's when we'll see this card absolutely smash it. But for me, this 83 is really, really nice. He makes lovely runs forward, as you see here. Obviously, with that wing play at the minute, that meta, fast, beat every defender, works so well from him. He's great at standing tackles. And again, you see something like this. Gets the ball. Obviously, we'll see the attack a little bit. The ball does come back out. And again, straight away you look, straight on him. Big boy tackle. He manages to turn into it, so I do get lucky. But them sort of things are constant. He is so good at being that man that takes the ball away. You see that, manages to chest it somehow. Luckily, I managed to get it out anyway. But again, it's all the time. He gets the ball, he stops players, and he does manage to kind of stop the wingers getting through as much as possible. But obviously, you can see it is the meta in this game. And again, passing-wise is very, very nice as well. So for me, he is a good player, and I think 30k is justified for him. You probably can get him a little bit cheaper going down the line, but I think right now this guy is definitely on your bucket list, and Ibra, how did he miss that? So going into the overall review for Trent, personally, I was a big fan of him. Mainly because he is untradeable, which for my club is fantastic. But I think most definitely he can work in quite a lot of teams for a number of weeks as well. I think the only players that necessarily in the Prem that are better than him are probably Walker and Cancelo, as well as Wan-Bissaka, who with I think it's an anchor, oh no, it's a Sentinel, has insane stats for a 79. But them four centre right backs personally are my favourite four at the minute. So Trent is definitely up there. I'd say personally Walker and maybe Cancelo to a certain extent would be better than him. Lower than him is obviously someone like Doherty, Coleman, and a few other right backs, the lower right backs. I think you've got your main four, and they're personally the ones that I'm going to stick with. 30k is his price. I've gave him a 7.5 out of 10 for value for coins. I think he is a good value. Obviously, if you do pack him, that's even better. But I do think he is worth the money that you're actually going to pay. And to be honest, bronze pack method will get you 30k in probably half a day. I've made personally about 100 and something k in the past 3 days with no SBCs for bronze players. So it's very obtainable. 8 out of 10 for FUT Champs. I think most definitely he will be in my first FUT Champs team, and probably in the second one as well, as long as I don't change the team entirely. And the overall review for him, I'm giving him a 7.5. I thought being an 83 and with how much progression he can still have in this entire FIFA 20 career, I think 7.5 is justified for the moment, but I want to see that 85, that 86, the 87 Trent always going up, and then we'll look at getting him up to maybe a 9 out of 10 personally, if he does manage to get them upgrades. So let me know what you think down below. Is there anyone else you would like me to review? Leave it down below. I'm just absolutely smashing as many players as I possibly can. So you'll be seeing a stupid amount of them over the weekend and going into the first proper week of FIFA with everybody having it. So hopefully you enjoyed your first day of the pre-launch of FIFA yesterday. And make sure you subscribe for more content with a bell button. And I'll see you all for the next one.